Hey guys, today I'm here to bring you my review of Me Before You. Now I have to say, when I first saw this trailer, I didn't like the trailer when I first saw it, and honestly, I think a part of me wanted this movie to be bad because I think Emilia Clarke is an overrated actress, and it doesn't mean I hate her as an actress. I just think she gets a lot of praise when she doesn't really deserve that much praise. Because for me, Emilia Clarke is a very hit or miss actress, and all this praise she gets bothers me. So yeah, so that's honestly, I kind of did want this movie to be bad, but then I read the book and I read it in like a day, a little over a day. So then after I read it, I was like, yeah, I want this book to be good, and I have to say, this movie to be good. And I actually really enjoyed the movie. First off, it was very faithful to the book, though they did the first like 10 to 15 minutes do feel kind of rushed. And also there were characters in this movie that they weren't her relationships with other characters in the movie, Lou, played by Emilia Clarke, her relationships weren't as developed as her other relationships were not as developed as they were as her relationship with Will. So yeah, so like her sister didn't have as much. I mean, it's not like her other family had too much to do in the books, but they did have a little more substance in the book. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. So yeah. Also, totally random. I really didn't like the soundtrack for the movie. I thought the soundtrack was kind of terrible. And also they had to play freaking Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran, and I don't like that song. So yeah, I didn't like the soundtrack. But yeah, other than that, this movie was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was mostly faithful to the book. I already went over why it wasn't. There was some good humor. The acting for the most part was good, though I have to say Emilia Clarke's acting at the end wasn't as good. I mean, her last scene with Will, that was really good, but in between that, this one part, her acting wasn't good, and her cry face was kind of ugly, but you know. But other than that, Emilia Clarke's performance was pretty good, even though she was overdoing it at times. Her acting was good for the most part in this movie, and also she was really adorable in this movie. Of like, dang it, she's so adorable. Like, just, you know. Also, Sam Claflin, of course, was really good. I mean, he didn't have that many facial expressions either, but you know, that's just he was really good in the role as Will, and that's how Will was in the book. So yeah, the other acting was really good. Charles Dance, he was not in the movie much, but when he was, it was great. And I guess his scenes with Lou, they're the closest scenes we'll ever get to Daenerys Tywin scenes, because I really wish Daenerys and Tywin had met in Game of Thrones, but obviously they never did. So yeah, they never did, so that sucks. But anyways, for the most part, the acting was good, and also I freaking love how there were so many fandoms, like actors and favorite fandoms of mine in one movie. I mean, you know, I don't watch Doctor Who, so I'm not super familiar with Jenna Coleman, but she is gonna play Queen Victoria in an upcoming miniseries, and I'm excited for that. And then there's the actor who plays Bates from Downton Abbey. Of course, there was Tywin Lannister, Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones, Jaquetta from The White Queen, Neville from Harry Potter. So yeah, just full of fandoms, and of course Finnick from The Hunger Games. So yeah, I'm going all over the place, but you know, it happens. Anyway, so most of the acting was good. The humor worked pretty good when there was some. It was very faithful to the books, even though they didn't develop Lou's relationships with other characters as well as they developed her relationship with Will in the movie. And the soundtrack was didn't like it. But overall, I really did enjoy this movie, and I did have a smile on my face pretty much the whole time, though I'll admit I didn't cry or I didn't get emotional. I just don't really cry hard in movies. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do tear up. There have been several, I do tear up a lot in some movies and shows, and I have cried hard at things. This movie didn't hit me emotionally. It didn't hit me emotionally in the book either. I mean, I almost teared up once in the book, but that's it. So yeah, overall, I would give Me Before You a solid 4 out of 5. Really enjoyed this movie. I'll probably buy it on Blu-ray. And yeah, so if you've seen Me Before You, tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. And also, what's your favorite book to movie adaptation? Yeah, I will see you guys in my next review. Bye.